Let the good times roll.
So I'm going to point out here, which is going to be good about his jumps, is at takeoff, he's pretty straight up, not lean forward, and this is going to allow him to get vertical at takeoff and not so much into the bar. You'll see right here, he does a good job of letting himself get over the bar and being patient, not throwing his shoulders or his body over the bar too quick. But one thing he can do better is dropping those shoulders down so that his hips can be pushed up, allowing him better rotation over the bar. As you can see here, he kind of lays flat over the bar and doesn't really get an arch in. I want to point out here is as the bar rises, you always want to make sure that we're still doing everything the same, all right? It's a higher bar, but nothing changes. So here, what we're looking at is a shin angle that's really facing towards the ground as the plants, and this is telling me he's really digging into the ground and trying to power up, which is going to make him jump and get into the bar, as we can see right here. Now, again, I'm going to point out the shoulders. If he was to drop them down, it'll again allow his hips to push out, giving him a little bit better rotation over this bar. In this video right here, he kind of just gets right into it and he stays what I call stale in the air. I'm going to point out a few things from this jumper. So we're going to notice, which is actually common with a few other jumpers, is she drops her right shoulder back, which is going to get her chest open. When I say open, that means her back's going to be parallel to the bar. And this is going to tell me that when she's about to take off, she's going to be slanted back. And you can see this by the red line. What we want to see is her more upright, which will be the blue line. This will give her a better lift off the ground. Now, because her position at takeoff and her lean back right now, it's just going to cause her to pretty much lay over the bar. As you can see here, she's kind of parallel to it, which means her top half is going to go backwards while her bottom half is just going to go up. And then, like I said, she's going to lay over the bar and then she'll land like this, which is sideways in the pit, which again tells us that she isn't properly getting rotation over the bar. So here we're going to see a few things common with other jumpers. On this next jump, what we're going to look at is positioning at takeoff. Right here, we're going to see a lean forward position that we talked about before. We want to see more upright. Also, we're going to see that this right shoulder is dropping back. It's going to let her back get parallel to the bar, which we don't want to do. We want to keep our chest facing the pit. Important out here is this foot placement. This is a parallel foot plant. We want our foot to face the pit pretty much. We want to face the opposite side of the pit, back corner. Now, this foot plant with her shoulders facing the back of the bar is going to show me immediately that before she even gets off the ground that she's going to be anticipating that jump. By anticipating it, again, I mean already getting over it. So right as her foot leaves that ground, she's going to be right over the bar, which is when the bar rises, it's going to just continue to end in misses because she's too close to it and she's not giving herself any time to rise. Here again, pointing out that shoulder drop, chest facing away from the bar, and the back is anticipating a jump. For this jumper, she really kind of bowed out her curve, which is, you can see she's kind of close to the standard. So when she jumps, she's kind of going to just glide over the bar and not really get up and over it. Here goes positioning a takeoff again. This right here is leaning into the bar and forward, not generating any power off the ground with this positioning. So what I want to see is, again, upright and allowing yourself to rise. I'm going to keep saying rise, and vertical, pretty much all throughout this video. All right, so I'm going to point out some things right here. So positioning, again, she's leaned back, as you can tell. We wanted that upright position, which we're going to see right here. And we're going to look at right now is the knee drive, which is great with her. But again, the lean back, we want to see her more tall. This is going to, again, drive and let her get vertical or rise, as I've been saying. Now, again, like I said, with the knee drive, I like it a lot. It's really powerful and it goes up. But what I do want to see is that knee making its way to her right shoulder, which will be her inside shoulder. So this is going to allow her to rotate around a little bit so she's not kind of laying over the bar. Instead, she's going to have her shoulders be able to drop over and her legs will be in front of the bar. What we're going to see here is when the athlete goes over the bar, which a lot of you guys do, is she wants to snap out of it when her hips clear rather than when her knees clear. So when your hips clear the bar and you want to snap out of it, you're 9 out of 10 times going to hit the bar going over it with your butt just because of the way you're snapping out of it. Now, what we want to focus on is more so allowing our legs to kick over once our knees pass over the bar. This will be a more beneficial way to snap over and clear the bar. You'll see two good things on this jump. You'll see good foot placement. You'll see that it is facing the pit, that back right side corner, allowing her to get up and over the bar, even though she gets into it too quick. And then you also see that when she's over the bar, she's able to drop her shoulders, not her head, but her shoulders, which will push her hips up, giving her a lot better hip clearance and better rotation of the bar. So right here, we're focusing again on that position. Lean forward. We want to be upright, giving us the chance to get tall and vertical. Well, this is going to show me that she's not really going to get much force off the ground, and we're going to kind of see a not so powerful knee drive off the ground, which you can see here. And again, toes still on the ground, and we see the back is pretty parallel to the bar, and we're already anticipating going over the bar. When I say anticipate, again, I mean throwing ourselves over it early. And I believe with her lead arm, she's kind of throwing it over the bar. I would more so tell her to throw her arm up rather than right over the bar. We're going to see some more posture, leaning forward at takeoff. Again, blue line representing what we want to do. Red line is what's happening. This is going to indicate that he's going to go right into that bar. One thing about this jumper, and a few of you guys do as well, is you watch yourselves. And right here, he's watching himself over the bar, not allowing him to really get over that bar and properly rotate over. In the later videos, when he jumps again, I'll pinpoint exactly when he doesn't watch himself jump and the result of doing so. I'm going to point out something that's really important when we're jumping, and this goes along with distance traveled along the bar. So right here, I'm pointing out that this athlete does a good job of traveling the bar at the shortest distance, and also traveling it over the smallest part of the bar. In meets, you'll find sometimes that the middle of the bar is the lowest. Well, it's always the lowest part of the bar, but sometimes you'll see in meets that the middle is lower than the actual left and right side. So sometimes the left and right side will be an inch or two higher, and I've actually experienced on some meets. So you have to make sure that you're taking off in what I consider the sweet zone. So where that left side yellow mark is at, she's actually a little too far back from jumping. I would actually push her up or tell her to jump about an inch or two in more, and this will allow her to travel directly over that middle part of the bar. Some athletes you'll see in these jumps during the video, they'll land on the far side of the pit because they're taking off too deep into the pit, well, too deep into the run. And this again is going to just let you travel along the bar and not up and over. This right here is an improvement jump. So what we're going to see, like I was talking about earlier, is that shoulders are dropping. He's not looking at himself jumping, and he's allowing his hips to push up, giving him more clearance and a more smoother rotation, as you can see right here, compared to the last jump. And you'll see in a few more jumps, as the bar rises, he's going to go kind of back to what he was doing when it comes to snapping out of it. I want to point out on this one, a lot of you guys do, is she doesn't use her arms at all. A lot of us just kind of forget that we have arms. We want to make sure that we're driving our arms up, and this is assisting us in that vertical rise that we're trying to achieve. If you don't use your arms and all your body parts, you're kind of taken away from the overall height that you can achieve. So again, if you were to use your arms, drive them up, and allow you to guide you over, you would have cleared this bar by a lot more. But because you're not really using your upper body, it's hindering your success over the bar. So for all the jumpers that notice they're not using their upper body, start incorporating that inside lead arm to drive up, and then just see the difference it makes. One thing I want to note, which is actually really well with his jumper, is that he does a great job getting vertical and being patient. Right here you can see he's off the ground, he's about to rise to the bar, and he's still straight up. You can see he's using his arms and great knee action. One thing about this jumper that I would like to see him do is once his hips pass that bar, I want to see his shoulders drop down. This is going to let his hips push up like we've been saying, and give him a better rotation over the bar.